So this question from the 2019 MCAS exam says that it describes that the figure on the graph is a parallelogram. And the question is, what is the perimeter? Okay, of the figure. Okay, so let's first start off by remembering that a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. Okay, and we can use the distance formula to find the length of any given line segment on the graph. And we can do that by taking the difference of the x values squared plus the difference of the y values squared. So let's do, we'll take the distance of AB. Okay, so if I look at AB, which are these two coordinates here, first two, my x values are -6 minus a -3. Don't accidentally substitute that -3 for the subtraction sign. And then my y values are 4 and 0. Okay. So after plugging in my x and y values, I'm going to subtract. So remember that when we subtract a negative, we keep the -6, change the subtraction sign to addition sign, and flip that -3 to a +3. So that gives me, so -6 plus a +3 gives me a -3 squared. And 4 minus 0 is 4 squared. Okay. Now, don't forget that when we square a negative number, we'll get a positive because a negative times a negative is a positive. So -3 squared is 9. And 4 squared is 16. And when I add 16 and 9, that gives me the square root of 25. And the square root of 25 is equal to 5. So that means that the length of AB has a length of 5. Now, because this is a parallelogram, opposite sides are congruent. So I don't have to calculate the length of CD because by definition, both AB and CD will have a length of 5. Now, I just need to find the length of either AC or BD. Doesn't matter which, because remember, they are congruent. So, both A and B have a negative, so it really doesn't matter. But, we'll do BD. Okay, so B is -3, 0. Just move this up so I have some more space. So -3, 0 is B, and D is 9, 5. Okay. So remember, we're taking the difference of my x values plus the difference of my y values squared. Okay, so notice how I stack my coordinates. I do that so that way it's easier for me to remember and not mix up my x and y values. So here I'm going to have a -3 minus 9 squared and then 0 minus 5 squared. So don't forget that when you are subtracting negatives, so we're going to keep the -3. We're going to change the subtraction sign to addition sign, and we're going to flip that +9 to a -9. So what I actually have is -3 plus a -9, which will give me a -12 squared. And 0 minus 5 is -5 squared. And again, negative times a negative is a positive. So 12 squared is 144. And 5 squared is 25. Now, when I add 144 and 25, I'll get 169. And I just so happen to know that 13 squared, 13 times 13, is 169. So that means BD has a length of 13. So that also means that AC has a length of 13. Now the question asks for the perimeter. Now if you remember, perimeter is just the addition of the lengths of all three sides. So we're just going to do 13 plus 13, which gives me 26, plus 5 and 5 is 10. So my perimeter is 36 units.